Hello. Welcome back to our channel, PMP Exam Express. I am your host, Mark. We will do 50 PMP exam preparation questions. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Let us begin. 1. During project initiation, a sponsor asks you to integrate planning activities across multiple teams working in different geographic locations. What should you prioritize? A. Use a single project management information system, PMIS. B. Conduct regular cross-team planning sessions. C. Assign a team lead to consolidate all plans. D. Establish a shared project charter for alignment. Answer. B. Conduct regular cross-team planning sessions. Explanation. Regular cross-team sessions ensure alignment and integration of planning activities across distributed teams. 2. A key stakeholder insists on adding new features during execution, leading to scope creep. How should you manage this change? Select 2. A. Assess the impact of the change on project constraints. B. Approve the change to maintain stakeholder satisfaction. C. Reject the change request to prevent delays. D. Submit a formal change request for evaluation. Answer. A. D. Explanation. Changes must be assessed for their impact on scope, schedule, cost, and quality before being formally approved or rejected. 3. During procurement planning for a hybrid project, you need to select a contract type for a high-risk vendor. Which contract type is most appropriate? A. Fixed price contract. B. Cost plus fixed fee contract. C. Time and materials contract. D. Cost plus incentive fee contract. Answer. D. Cost plus incentive fee contract. Explanation. Cost plus incentive fee contracts are suitable for high-risk procurements, as they provide incentives for vendors to manage costs effectively. 4. A project team working in a hybrid environment is struggling to keep project artifacts updated. What is the best course of action? A. Assign a dedicated document controller. B. Automate artifact updates through a project management tool. C. Establish a document review schedule during team meetings. D. Reduce the number of required artifacts. Answer. B. Automate artifact updates through a project management tool. Explanation. Automation ensures consistency and reduces manual errors in managing project artifacts. 5. When determining the appropriate methodology for a new project, what factors should you prioritize? Select 3. A. Project complexity. B. Stakeholder engagement levels. C. Regulatory compliance requirements. D. Team familiarity with agile practices. Answer. A, B, C. Explanation. Project complexity, stakeholder needs, and compliance requirements are critical factors in choosing the appropriate methodology. 6. Your organization requires a governance structure for a portfolio of agile projects. What elements should be included? Select 2. A. Clear escalation paths for unresolved issues. B. Strict adherence to predictive planning. C. Stakeholder feedback mechanisms. D. Fixed project milestones. Answer: A, C. Explanation: governance structures in agile projects prioritize clear escalation paths and stakeholder feedback to enable continuous improvement. 7. While managing project issues, you realize that a critical defect is delaying production. What should you do first? A. Escalate the issue to the sponsor for resolution. B. Perform a root cause analysis to identify the defect's source. C. Update the issue log and assign a team to resolve the defect. D. Conduct a risk assessment to evaluate the impact. Answer: B. Perform a root cause analysis to identify the defect's source. Explanation: root cause analysis is essential for resolving critical defects effectively. 8. In a predictive project, the project manager must integrate planning activities across departments. What tool or technique is most appropriate? A. Work breakdown structure, WBS. B. Iteration planning meetings. C. Milestone charts. D. Dependency mapping. Answer: A. Work breakdown structure, WBS. Explanation: the WBS is critical for integrating and coordinating planning activities in predictive environments. 9. Midway through execution, a major change in regulatory requirements is introduced. How should this be handled? A. Reject the change request to maintain the baseline. B. Include the requirement in the risk register and continue work. C. Perform an impact analysis and initiate a change request. D. Escalate the change to senior management for resolution. Answer: C. Perform an impact analysis and initiate a change request. Explanation: impact analysis is critical to understanding how changes affect project constraints before implementing them. 10. Sarah is managing a construction project for Brightbuild Inc. The procurement team is considering vendors for a critical material supply contract. The team is debating between a fixed price contract and a time and materials contract. What should Sarah do to make an informed decision? A. Analyze the complexity and predictability of the scope. B. Select the vendor offering the lowest price. C. Choose a fixed price contract to control costs. D. Use a time and materials contract to reduce administrative work. Answer: A. Analyze the complexity and predictability of the scope. Explanation: contract selection depends on the complexity and predictability of the project scope. Fixed-price contracts suit well-defined scopes, while time and materials are better for flexible requirements. 11. David is managing a hybrid project for Ecotech Solutions. Midway through execution, a stakeholder demands new deliverables that were not in the original scope. How should David respond? Select 2. A. Assess the impact on scope, cost, and schedule. B. Immediately add the deliverables to maintain stakeholder satisfaction. C. Submit a formal change request to the Change Control Board, CCB. D. Reject the request to avoid scope creep. Answer: A, C. Explanation: before incorporating new deliverables, it is critical to assess the impact and follow the formal change control process. 12. A product development project at VisionSoft Ltd. is transitioning to agile practices. The team is struggling to maintain updated project artifacts. What is the project manager's best action? A. Assign a dedicated resource to manage the artifacts. B. Automate updates using agile project management software. C. Reduce the number of required artifacts. D. Conduct weekly artifact review meetings. Answer: B. Automate updates using agile project management software. Explanation: automation ensures artifact accuracy and reduces manual effort, supporting agile principles. 13. During a governance review at SparkTech Corp., stakeholders note a lack of clarity in escalation paths. What should the project manager prioritize? Select 2. A. Establish a governance structure with defined escalation paths. B. Delegate decision-making to the project team. C. Include escalation protocols in the project charter. D. Document escalation processes in the governance plan. Answer: A. D. Explanation: governance structures must include clear escalation paths to address issues efficiently. 14. Emily is managing a hybrid project for green energy LED and notices that unresolved issues are piling up in the issue log. What should Emily do first? A. Escalate unresolved issues to senior management. B. Prioritize the issues and assign resources to resolve them. C. Conduct a root cause analysis of recurring issues. D. Organize a stakeholder meeting to address all issues collectively. Answer: B. Prioritize the issues and assign resources to resolve them. Explanation: issue resolution begins with prioritization and allocation of resources to ensure progress. 15. John, a project manager at Tech Innovate, is determining the methodology for a high-risk, innovative product development project. What factors should guide his choice? Select 3. A. Level of team experience with agile methods. B. Stakeholder risk tolerance. C. Regulatory compliance needs. D. Complexity and uncertainty of the product scope. Answer: B, C, D. Explanation: methodology selection depends on project complexity, risk tolerance, and compliance requirements. 16. A regulatory audit during a predictive project at Medcare Inc. reveals gaps in compliance documentation. What should the project manager do first? A. Halt the project until the gaps are addressed. B. Conduct a root cause analysis to identify the source of the gaps. C. Escalate the findings to the compliance team. D. Update the compliance documentation immediately. Answer: B. Conduct a root cause analysis to identify the source of the gaps. Explanation: root cause analysis ensures that compliance gaps are resolved systematically and effectively. 17. A product owner at SwiftWorks requests adding new features mid-sprint. How should the Agile project manager handle this? A. Reject the request to avoid disrupting sprint goals. B. Add the features to the sprint backlog and adjust the sprint duration. C. Include the features in the product backlog for future prioritization. D. Escalate the request to the sponsor. Answer: C. Include the features in the product backlog for future prioritization. Explanation: Agile frameworks prioritize backlog management and discourage scope changes mid-sprint. 18. A procurement issue arises at Nova Construct Leichenthid, where a key supplier cannot meet the agreed delivery date. What should the project manager do first? A. Escalate the issue to senior management. B. Identify alternative suppliers to mitigate the risk. C. Update the procurement management plan. D. Notify stakeholders of the potential delay. Answer: B. Identify alternative suppliers to mitigate the risk. Explanation: Mitigating procurement risks ensures that the project stays on track. 19. While integrating planning activities for a hybrid project at Dataflow Inc., conflicting dependencies between teams are identified. What is the best course of action? A. Assign a dedicated resource to resolve the dependencies. B. Facilitate a dependency resolution workshop with the teams. C. Escalate the issue to the governance board. D. Modify the project schedule to remove the dependencies. Answer: B. Facilitate a dependency resolution workshop with the teams. Explanation: Workshops foster collaboration and align teams on resolving dependencies in hybrid environments. 20. Olivia, a project manager at Health Edge, notices that critical artifacts are missing from the project repository. What should Olivia do to prevent this in the future? A. Assign a dedicated team member to manage the repository. B. Automate artifact version control and storage processes. C. Conduct regular audits of the repository. D. Reduce the number of required artifacts. Answer: B. Automate artifact version control and storage processes. Explanation: Automation reduces errors and ensures consistent artifact management. 21. What is the definition of a project artifact? A. A physical deliverable created during the project lifecycle. B. Any tangible or intangible output used to support project work. C. A document or tool that stores information essential for project success. D. A repository of lessons learned from previous projects. Answer: C. A document or tool that stores information essential for project success. Explanation: Project artifacts include documents, reports, and other outputs critical to planning, execution, and monitoring. 22. During a hybrid project, you identify that the team is struggling to manage project artifacts effectively. What steps should the project manager take? Select 2. A. Implement a centralized project management tool. B. Automate artifact updates and tracking. C. Reduce the number of required artifacts to save time. D. Assign one person to manage all artifacts manually. Answer A. B. Explanation: Centralized tools and automation ensure consistency and reduce the manual workload, enabling the team to focus on project delivery. 23. Jackson is managing a predictive project at BuildSmart Inc. A key milestone has been missed due to a contractor's delay. What is the first thing Jackson should do? A. Escalate the issue to the sponsor for resolution. B. Update the project schedule and communicate the delay to stakeholders. C. Perform an impact analysis and update the issue log. D. Identify alternative contractors to recover the delay. Answer. C. Perform an impact analysis and update the issue log. Explanation. Impact analysis ensures informed decisions and proper communication with stakeholders. 24. What is the purpose of a governance framework in project management? A. To ensure project activities comply with legal and organizational policies. B. To eliminate all risks during project execution. C. To provide detailed instructions for every project task. D. To streamline resource allocation decisions. Answer. A. To ensure project activities comply with legal and organizational policies. Explanation. A governance framework ensures alignment with strategic goals, compliance, and accountability. 25. Sarah is tasked with establishing project governance for her Agile project. Which components should she include? Select 3. A. Defined roles and responsibilities. B. Escalation processes for unresolved issues. C. Fixed and unchangeable milestones. D. Mechanisms for continuous stakeholder feedback. Answer A, B, D. Explanation. Governance in Agile includes flexibility, accountability, and stakeholder engagement. 26. A critical procurement issue arises during a hybrid project at Novatech. What is the best first action for the project manager? A. Perform a root cause analysis to understand the issue. B. Update the procurement management plan. C. Escalate the issue to senior management. D. Notify stakeholders about the potential delays. Answer. A. Perform a root cause analysis to understand the issue. Explanation. Understanding the root cause ensures that corrective actions are effective. 27. What does determine appropriate project methodology, methods, and practices mean in project management? A. Selecting the fastest method to complete a project. B. Choosing the most cost-effective project management approach. C. Defining the approach that best aligns with project objectives, complexity, and constraints. D. Using agile practices for every project. Answer. C. Defining the approach that best aligns with project objectives, complexity, and constraints. Explanation. Methodology selection is based on project needs, including complexity and stakeholder requirements. 28. Lucy is managing an Agile project for TechSmart Inc. and identifies that the sprint backlog is not aligned with stakeholder priorities. What should she do first? A. Update the sprint backlog based on her judgment. B. Conduct a backlog refinement session with stakeholders. C. Delay the current sprint to reprioritize tasks. D. Escalate the issue to the product owner. Answer. B. Conduct a backlog refinement session with stakeholders. Explanation. Backlog refinement ensures alignment with stakeholder priorities and agile practices. 29. A regulatory change requires new compliance reports for all ongoing projects. How should a predictive project manager handle this? Select 2. A. Conduct an impact analysis on scope, cost, and schedule. B. Escalate the compliance requirement to the project sponsor. C. Update the quality management plan to include compliance activities. D. Notify stakeholders about the increased workload. Answer A. C. Explanation. Impact analysis and updates to the quality management plan ensure that compliance requirements are integrated systematically. 30. What is an issue log and why is it important in project management? A. A record of stakeholder concerns used to assess risks. B. A document tracking project risks and their mitigation plans. C. A repository for identifying, managing, and resolving issues that arise during the project lifecycle. D. A detailed report used for legal compliance audits. Answer. C. A repository for identifying, managing, and resolving issues that arise during the project lifecycle. Explanation. The issue log is a critical tool for tracking and resolving project issues efficiently. 31. John is managing a hybrid project for Build Pro Corp and notices that the team is not following agreed-upon governance protocols. What should John do first? A. Conduct a governance review to assess gaps. B. Escalate the issue to the steering committee. C. Assign team leads to enforce governance compliance. D. Update the governance framework to match team practices. Answer. A. Conduct a governance review to assess gaps. Explanation. Governance reviews help identify and address non-compliance issues in a structured manner. 32. During a hybrid project at Eco Solutions Launty, the product owner identifies risks associated with vendor delays. What should the project manager do first? A. Document the risks in the issue log. B. Conduct a risk assessment and prioritize mitigation actions. C. Notify stakeholders of potential project delays. D. Escalate the issue to senior management. Answer. B. Conduct a risk assessment and prioritize mitigation actions. Explanation. Risk assessment is critical for addressing potential vendor delays and identifying mitigation strategies. 33. What is the definition of project governance? A. A system of rules and processes that ensure project success. B. A framework for aligning project activities with organizational strategy. C. A document outlining all project constraints and assumptions. D. A tool for monitoring team performance and deliverables. Answer. B. A framework for aligning project activities with organizational strategy. Explanation. Governance frameworks ensure accountability, alignment with strategic goals, and compliance. 34. Susan is managing an agile project for Dataflow Inc. and realizes the team is not tracking progress effectively. What tool should she recommend? A. Gantt charts for task tracking. B. A burn-down chart to visualize sprint progress. C. A risk register to manage potential issues. D. A WBS to organize deliverables. Answer. B. A burn-down chart to visualize sprint progress. Explanation. Burn-down charts track progress against sprint goals, which is essential in agile projects. 35. During a predictive project for Novatech, a client requests a major scope change that impacts the schedule and budget. What should the project manager do next? A. Submit a change request and perform an impact analysis. B. Approve the change to maintain client satisfaction. C. Reject the change to avoid delays and budget overruns. D. Escalate the request to the project sponsor for approval. Answer. A. Submit a change request and perform an impact analysis. Explanation. Change requests must be analyzed for their impact before implementation. 36. What is the purpose of the issue log in project management? Select 2. A. To track and monitor risks. B. To identify, document, and resolve project issues. C. To assign accountability for resolving issues. D. To archive project artifacts for audits. Answer B. C. Explanation. The issue log is used to document, track, and ensure accountability for resolving project issues. 37. A stakeholder at BuildSmart Inc. questions the relevance of a planned governance structure for an agile project. How should the project manager respond? A. Explain the importance of governance in achieving alignment and accountability. B. Adjust the governance structure to reduce stakeholder concerns. C. Escalate the stakeholders' concerns to the sponsor. D. Remove governance requirements to satisfy the stakeholder. A. Explain the importance of governance in achieving alignment and accountability. B. Adjust the governance structure to reduce stakeholder concerns. C. Escalate the stakeholders' concerns to the sponsor. D. Remove governance requirements to satisfy the stakeholder. 38. A team member in an agile project suggests automating the issue log to improve tracking. What should the project manager do? A. Approve the suggestion to improve efficiency. B. Escalate the suggestion to the product owner. C. Evaluate the feasibility of automation. D. Reject the suggestion to avoid disruptions. Answer. C. Evaluate the feasibility of automation. Explanation. Feasibility analysis ensures that proposed changes align with project needs without causing unnecessary disruptions. 39. What is the definition of a change request? A. A formal proposal to modify a project baseline or deliverable. B. A documented issue that arises during project execution. C. A verbal request to adjust project constraints. D. A strategy for resolving project risks. Answer. A. A formal proposal to modify a project baseline or deliverable. Explanation. Change requests are formal processes for modifying any part of the project scope, schedule, or budget. 40. James is leading a hybrid project for Green Energy Limited and discovers an unapproved change in the sprint backlog. What should he do first? A. Reject the change and restore the original backlog. B. Conduct a sprint review to discuss the change with stakeholders. C. Evaluate the impact of the change on the sprint goals. D. Escalate the issue to the governance board. Answer. C. Evaluate the impact of the change on the sprint goals. Explanation. Evaluating the impact ensures the change aligns with the project's objectives before taking further action. 41. During procurement planning for a predictive project, stakeholders suggest using a fixed-price contract to reduce risks. Under what circumstances would this contract type be inappropriate? Select 2. A. When the scope of work is well defined. B. When there is high uncertainty in requirements. C. When the vendor is experienced with similar projects. D. When the project involves rapidly changing technologies. Answer: B. D. Explanation. Fixed-price contracts are unsuitable for high uncertainty or rapidly changing requirements due to the difficulty in accurately estimating costs. 42. What is the purpose of backlog refinement in Agile projects? A. To reduce the number of items in the product backlog. B. To improve the quality and clarity of backlog items. C. To finalize the sprint backlog before starting a sprint. D. To eliminate incomplete user stories from the backlog. Answer: B. To improve the quality and clarity of backlog items. Explanation: Backlog refinement ensures that backlog items are ready for future sprints by clarifying details and priorities. 43. Lilly is managing a hybrid project for Smart Tools Inc., and several deliverables fail quality inspections. What is her next step? A. Conduct a root cause analysis for the quality failures. B. Escalate the issue to the quality assurance team. C. Update the quality management plan to include additional inspections. D. Notify stakeholders about the quality issues. Answer: A. Conduct a root cause analysis for the quality failures. Explanation: Root cause analysis identifies the underlying problems causing quality failures. 44. What is the definition of procurement management? A. The process of acquiring goods, services, or works from external sources. B. The act of negotiating contracts to reduce costs. C. The development of a risk-free vendor relationship. D. The approval of project budgets for third-party services. Answer: A. The process of acquiring goods, services, or works from external sources. Explanation: Procurement management involves planning, selecting, and managing vendor contracts. 45. During the execution phase of a hybrid project at Build ProCorp, a vendor fails to meet the agreed delivery date for critical materials. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Update the procurement management plan and notify stakeholders. B. Perform a root cause analysis and identify alternative suppliers. C. Escalate the issue to senior management for resolution. D. Terminate the vendor's contract immediately. Answer: B. Perform a root cause analysis and identify alternative suppliers. Explanation: Analyzing the root cause helps address the issue systematically, while identifying alternatives ensures continuity. 46. What is the definition of a governance structure in project management? A. A framework outlining roles, responsibilities, and decision-making processes to align projects with organizational objectives. B. A detailed list of rules for the project team to follow. C. A hierarchical chart showing the reporting structure within the project. D. A tool used to monitor risks and issues. Answer: A. A framework outlining roles, responsibilities, and decision-making processes to align projects with organizational objectives. Explanation: Governance structures ensure accountability, decision-making clarity, and alignment with strategic goals. 47. Maria, a project manager at Health Tech Solutions, notices that several issues logged during project execution are recurring. What should she do next? A. Notify the sponsor about the recurring issues. B. Assign a team member to resolve each issue individually. C. Conduct a root cause analysis to address the underlying problem. D. Update the issue log and monitor the frequency of occurrences. Answer. C. Conduct a root cause analysis to address the underlying problem. Explanation. Root cause analysis is essential for resolving recurring issues effectively and preventing future occurrences. 48. During a sprint review at Datasoft Ltd., the client suggests that an incomplete feature be released to end users. What is the project manager's best response? A. Release the feature to meet the client's request. B. Defer the feature for future sprints to ensure quality. C. Add the feature to the product backlog and prioritize it. D. Discuss the risks of releasing an incomplete feature with the client. Answer. D. Discuss the risks of releasing an incomplete feature with the client. Explanation. Open communication about risks helps ensure informed decision-making and protects the project's quality objectives. 49. A project manager at Nova Solutions is tasked with managing project artifacts for a distributed agile team. Which tools or practices are most effective? Select 2. A. Use a centralized document repository accessible to all team members. B. Assign a team member to manage artifacts manually. C. Automate artifact updates using project management software. D. Minimize the number of artifacts to avoid confusion. Answer. A. C. Explanation. Centralized repositories and automation ensure consistent, efficient artifact management in distributed teams. 50. Jackson is managing a procurement-heavy project for EcoBuild Inc. and realizes that the current vendor contract does not adequately address a key project risk. What should he do first? A. Terminate the existing contract and renegotiate terms. B. Perform a risk analysis to evaluate the impact of the contract gap. C. Notify the stakeholders of the identified risk. D. Update the procurement plan to reflect the new risks. Answer. B. Perform a risk analysis to evaluate the impact of the contract gap. Explanation. Risk analysis ensures the project manager understands the implications of the contract gap and takes appropriate corrective actions. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and share our content. Let us know how you did in the comments section. We will meet on the next video. All the best with your exam preparations.